Welcome to the Growth Mode podcast, where real conversations fuel real business growth. Hosted by Nina Labbe, media strategist with Salem Surround. Get ready to listen, learn, and grow. This is Growth Mode.
Is word of mouth still enough? Have you ever heard a business owner say, I don't need to advertise. I get all my customers from referrals. For a lot of small businesses, word of mouth feels safe, comfortable, it's familiar, it's free, and hey, it's always worked in the past, right? But here's the thing that no one talks about. Word of mouth isn't a strategy. It's a hope. It's waiting for someone else to recommend you, instead of putting your business in front of the people who are actively searching for you online. The truth is, even when people do hear about you from a friend, they still Google you. And what if they don't find you online? Or worse, they find your competitors first. That's when invisible opportunities start slipping through your fingers. Welcome to Growth Mode. I'm your host, Nina Labbe from Salem Surround and host of the Growth Mode podcast. Today's episode explores a powerful question. Is word of mouth still enough for your business? Let's dig in more. The myth of referrals. Word of mouth is powerful, but is it scalable? Most business owners rely on it, but it often leads to inconsistent growth. Let's talk about why it's not enough anymore. Word of mouth is the silent killer of growth. Relying on only word of mouth is like fishing with just one hook, when you could be casting a wide net. What happens when your best referral moves, retires, or goes quiet? Do you have a pipeline in place to replace that traffic? According to Nielsen, 92% of consumers trust referrals, but over 80% will still research you online before calling you. Digital marketing doesn't replace your referrals. It gives them a place to land. Visibility matters. Buyers don't just take referrals, they research. If they can't find you online, they may never call you. You must show up in the right places at the right time. Here's a case study transformation. I'll tell you a quick story about a business transformation we helped lead. A community health clinic had been running their own Google ads in-house. They believed that since their campaign was getting a high number of clicks, it must be working, right? But when we stepped in to take a deeper look, we found something troubling. The bounce rate was high. Visitors were landing on the site, but they weren't taking action. They weren't sticking around. They weren't filling out appointment forms, and they weren't calling. Essentially, the clinic was spending money, but not getting results. Once Salem Surround took over the campaign strategy, we made some key changes. We shifted the focus from getting clicks to actually driving conversions, meaning more calls, more appointments, and more results. We also restructured their keyword targeting to focus on higher intent. So what's that? It means we moved away from broad or general terms like pregnancy or kids' health, which could attract casual readers and people just researching online. And instead, targeting phrases that show results, that show, when someone is ready to act. Things like prenatal care clinic near me, schedule pediatric checkup, same-day pediatrician appointment, OB-GYN accepting new patients in such and such city. These are people who aren't just curious. They're ready to book an appointment now. That's the kind of search intent that leads to real growth. We optimize the landing experience to make it more engaging. The impact? The number of quality phone calls increased. More appointment forms started coming through. Visitors began spending more time on the site, exploring, reading, and actually taking action. The clinic didn't increase their ad budget. They just stopped wasting it. And the most important part, the results weren't just numbers. More moms got the prenatal care that they needed, and more children received the services that they needed. That's the difference between marketing that looks busy and marketing that actually moves the needle. Here's the comparison. First quarter results versus fourth quarter of 2024. Session starts up 17%. First-time visitors up 51%. Scroll activity up 54%. User engagement up 39%. This means staying longer and engaging more deeply. These are the metrics on this graph. The dark blue graph shows that February through May 2025 exceeded October 2024 through January 2025 and gaining strong momentum across the board. Not only are more people visiting, they're more engaged, they're exploring deeper, and we're attracting more new users than ever before. I get excited about this kind of stuff. These are not just more leads, they're better leads. This medical clinic is getting more qualified leads with appointment request forms and up by over 50%. This means that the message is connecting with the right people. So what's the solution? You need a marketing system that supports growth. That means consistent visibility through SEO, paid search, and local media. Let's talk about how digital marketing fills the gap. SEO helps people find you when they're actively looking. It builds trust, improves rankings, and increases quality traffic. And unlike word of mouth, it works 24/7. It's a super hard worker. Why branding matters. People don't always click the first time they see an ad, but they remember you. Branding builds familiarity, which builds trust, which leads to action. It shortens the sales cycle and improves performance of your lead generation campaigns. Strong brands get better click-through rates, lower cost per acquisition, and more repeat business. Who doesn't want that, right? Let's talk about the best digital ad tactics for branding a business. Number one, YouTube ads, also known as YouTube TrueView ads. It's great for awareness and recall. It's visual storytelling, and it makes your brand memorable. Video is king. You only pay when someone watches 30 seconds or more, or if they click on it. And it's best for sharing brand origin, value proposition, testimonials. Testimonials are golden. Number two, programmatic display ads, targeted banner ads. It's great for repetition and reach. I've even told people that I'm a frequency person. The more times you hear something or see something, it's going to stick. You can target specific demographics, zip codes, interests, or behaviors. It helps embed your brand visually across thousands of high traffic websites. And it's best for keeping your brand top of mind during the consideration phase. Number three, connected TV, streaming commercials. Brand safe. It's premium placements on smart TVs and the streaming apps like Apple TV, Roku, Fire Stick, Chromecast, you name it. It reaches decision makers during relaxed, focused moments. Looks and feels like a real TV commercial and adds brand prestige. It's best for elevating your image, telling your story visually to an engaged audience. Number 4, geofencing for branding is amazing. You serve brands to people at specific physical locations. For example, you can geofence your competitors or high traffic places like grocery stores or even events. A lot of my clients love geofencing because it tracks visits to their locations. You can re-engage your audience later with retargeting display ads or video ads. And it's best for owning a category or a market niche with strategic local dominance. Number 5, local SEO is a branding tool. Think of your Google business profile as a digital storefront. Your reviews, photos, and posts build a branded experience. Remember, being found equals being remembered. Final thought. Branding doesn't compete with the lead generation ads. It amplifies it. If you're not investing in visibility, your competitors will gladly take the top spot. All right, so here's an example that you've heard of. Geico. 15 minutes or more could save you 15% or more on car insurance. You've probably heard that line like dozens of times, if not hundreds. They've run thousands of ads across TV, YouTube, streaming, display banner ads, radio, social media. Whether it's the talking gecko or the caveman or the camel yelling hump day, you remember Geico. Geico isn't necessarily cheaper than or better than other insurers, but they've owned mind share through relentless brand repetition. Another great brand repetition example, Nike, just do it. It's embedded in culture because of consistent messaging and visibility. Think about companies like Geico or Nike. They don't just wait for referrals. They show up consistently across every platform. And that's how you become a household name. And that's the power of brand repetition. When you have a smart strategy, it equals growth. Combining SEO plus PPC, with targeted digital ads mixed with local radio builds a full funnel visibility. You reach buyers early, you stay visible, and you convert more leads, which is what you want. It's not either or. It's so much better when it's together. Let's help your brand get found and remembered. Sign up for a 6-month organic SEO campaign for $300 a month, and we'll invest in you with a free radio ad schedule valued at $5,000 across 6 months. That's added exposure across San Antonio, Houston, or Little Rock. Let's help your business get found and grow. Before we go, I hope this episode gave you something to think about, whether it's reevaluating how much you're relying on word of mouth or realizing the power of showing up consistently for your audience. Remember, growing a business today takes more than just being great at what you do. It takes strategy, visibility, and connection. And hey, if there's a topic that you'd love to hear about or a question you'd like answered on a future episode, I'd really love to hear from you. Reach out anytime. Let's grow together. And if you're interested in learning more, you can email me at growthmode@salemsurround.com or give me a call at 210-526-3626. Thanks for tuning in to Growth Mode, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Growth Mode podcast with Nina Labbe. Stay connected, keep learning, and keep growing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next time on Growth Mode.
Looking to grow your business and get noticed online? Nina Labbe, host of the Growth Mode podcast and media strategist with Salem Surround, is offering a full organic SEO campaign for just $3,100 a month. Plus, for businesses located in San Antonio, Houston, or Little Rock, Nina is matching that investment with a radio ad schedule valued at $3,100 a month for the first 3 months to help kickstart your campaign and amplify your reach. It's a limited time offer, so if your business is ready to get found and grow, reach out today to get started. Email growthmode@salemsurround.com.